Hey everybody, welcome back. So today's video is a different one. It's a sort of chit chat video, kind of, because I'm responding to a question, right? I like it when you guys ask me questions in the comment section. So if you have any questions, if you have any ideas for videos, let me know in the comment section and I'll create a video response to that, okay? So anyway, this person responded on my existing video, one of my oldest videos, on how I became a business analyst in 2 months without any experience. I think it's one of my first few videos on YouTube when I started talking about BA stuff. So it's a message from Gabrielle Creel. Now, that's a beautiful name, by the way. I love that name, Gabrielle. Hi, Pippa. Lovely video. Thank you very much. Please, can you share how you were able to work permanent full-time with a 2-year-old and now that he's 10 years old? This is what I need as I embark. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Thanks for the question. I just wanted to quickly clarify. My son is 13 years old now. So I guess at the time I uploaded that video, this how I became a BA in 2 months, it was probably 10. I don't know, maybe I talked about him in the video. But anyway, he's 13 now. And I became a business analyst when he was 4 years old. But prior to that, I was working and I was at university. And and I was doing some side hustles as well. So how do I manage all these things with work? So let's focus on the question because the person said when I started working permanent full-time. So I'm going to talk about when I actually became a business analyst. So he was 4 years old when I became a business analyst. So over almost a decade ago. So when I got my first job, I worked for 9 months in this accounting firm as a business analyst. This job did not offer, it wasn't so flexible, okay? It wasn't so flexible. It didn't offer any work from home. That's the only job that I've done that didn't offer any work from home ability, and it was far, right? So I just got this £500 car. Chit-chatting a little bit, but I hope whatever I share helps you to sort of work towards managing work with having a child, or maybe if you're also a single parent and you don't have that much help. Yes, so in my case I was a single parent at that time, and I just passed my driving test and I got myself this £500 car, my best car ever, my favorite car. I will always be grateful and thankful for that car. Yes, but anyway, so I would drive about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on traffic, to this place for work. It's 9 to 5, right? So generally, working as a business analyst, you work in an office setting, 9 to 5, okay? Right, so before I start, I wanted to highlight 5 key things to think about, okay? First thing, how do you manage work, right? Working full-time as a parent. If the child gets sick, there's things you need to think about. If you're running late for pickup or drop off, that's one thing to think about. Another thing to think about is finding the right childcare, finding the right maybe breakfast or after school clubs. And actually there's 4 things I kind of separated. Making time for parents' evening, making time for school activities like sport days, Xmas, Christmas carols, those sort of things. Yep, so these are the 5 type of things that you need to think about as a parent when you have a child in school. Anyway, going back and thinking back for me, thanks for the question, by the way. This kind of brings me in a space of gratitude to think back and look at all the experiences I've had and how I've grown over time. So I want you to also place yourself in the present, right? And think about your why. Why exactly do you want to work, right? This person did not, I think the person is looking at embarking in business analysis. Yeah, this is what I need as I embark. Right? Why? Why do you want to work? Okay? For me, so I had to think about my why. If you have a why, it will help you to work towards that goal, achieving your goal. If you're just doing it just for the sake of it, without having any clear direction or any clear thought towards it, then you probably won't succeed. Okay, so for me, I didn't even think about all these things too much, right? I didn't focus on it, even though it's something that I should have thought about, but I kind of just worked my way through it somehow. Okay, so I'll start with routine. So our routine was, I would wake up, I think I'd wake up about 6. It's difficult to remember precisely, but I'll probably wake up about 6, get myself ready, right? And then wake him up and get him ready, right? And then dropping him off at, there was a period where we had a childminder. So in that first period where I worked for 9 months, I had a childminder not far from the house, literally just across the road. So I'll drop him off at 7:30 and drive myself to work. And then coming back, because the childminder would drop him off at school from 8 o'clock or thereabouts, and pick him up at 3, and he would be with her in her house with other kids she was taking care of till 6 o'clock, right? Now, because sometimes it would take me more than an hour to get back home. In the evening, there's traffic, right? So I've had to pay a couple of fines to the childminder. So I had to extend my time to 5:30, okay? So this is how we managed it. School, drop off the childminder. I head to work. When I get back, I pick him up, and we begin our evening, really. Evenings, right? Whether it's homework, whether it's watching cartoons, just keeping him entertained until he goes to bed, and then I have time for myself. Not a lot of time, but I probably do my side things, because I had a bunch of things that I did on the side. Yeah, so that's how we continued. And after the 9 months, I got another job as a business analyst, which was in London, so it was easy to get into work. And I found a breakfast and after school club, because it would be better for my son to like interact with so many other kids from his school, because the school club was run kind of in conjunction with the school he was going to. So I would drop him off at school pretty much the same time, and then I go catch my train. But it was stressful though, because walking, the distance to walk, right? And because early in the morning, our street was always, there was always traffic, all the parents trying to drop off their kids, right? I think I have something in my eye. Yeah, all the parents trying to drop off their kids. So I would prefer to walk. So we'll walk to school, and then I have to walk all the way back to the train station. So again, it's just about managing your time to do the drop-offs and pickups, right? So that's literally our routine. So like I mentioned at the start of the video, there are these things to keep in mind, right? You need to be prepared. And one positive for me is my second job was flexible, right? So you try to find a job that allows flexibility. These days, flexible working is generally embraced by most organizations. So make sure when you find a job as a BA, make sure that they embrace flexible working, especially for parents, okay? Now, I'm not saying that parents are more important than non-parents, but I'm talking to a parent and I'm talking as a parent, right? So what happens if you're supposed to be at work and you fall sick? Who's going to take your child to school? Or your child falls sick? How are you going to go to work? Right? You need to prepare for these things, okay? Whether it's a friend, whether it's a fellow mom that you can make friends with that can help you in these type of instances, and you can both help each other, right? Help each other to do your pickups, drop-offs if you're running late, right? So I had a few mommy friends that would help me if I was running late. I'll just message them and ask, "Oh, could you quickly please help me pick him up?" Or if I'm sick and my child has to go to school, it's not like sickness that I'm almost dying or I'm going to die, right? So I can easily drop him off, come back home and rest, right? And have the day off, okay? It hasn't got to the point where I'm dying and I can't take him to school. Although maybe. But again, I've always had friends to help. Well, having family, having people around you that can help will really, really make things easier for you, right? Now, the third point that I talked about was finding the right carer and the right school clubs, okay? And school clubs, just be smart and ask, okay? As a parent, you need to place your children in the hands of the right people, because we hear a bunch of sad stories these days, right? So you want to be careful, look at reviews and all those things, okay? Now, for the instances of parents' evening or school activities, for parents' evening, generally the school will take into consideration parents that go to work. Okay, so parents' evening, sometimes they'll have meetings open from 7:30 or even 7 a.m. or they would have ones that are after work up to 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So you can book those slots instead if you have to go into the office. So that's how I manage that. I book the later slots, or if I'm working from home, I can book any time and just go in for that. So again, working from home really makes things easier. Another thing about working from home is if I'm working from home, I'm able to drop him off and pick him up, right? He doesn't have to go to school clubs, save me some money for that day, right? And at the same time, I'm also able to rest if I leave the school clubs side of things. So he can go to school clubs and I can rest in the time where he's in school clubs. So I thought that was nice. It's always nice to have. Yeah, so with school activities as well, if you don't have the opportunity to work from home, so that you can block your calendars for those school activities. Now, always let your managers know, right? So that they know that you're not at your desk and for how long you won't be at your desk. Okay? Generally, they don't really pay you less for that, as long as you're getting the work done. You don't have to use your holiday time and waste your holiday time for these things, okay? But yeah, and I remember for Christmas carols or like drama or other events that he'll be doing at school, I never missed any of those. So as much as you're working, make sure you know what your priority is your child at the end of the day. That's why I really am specific on the flexible working embracement by the organization that you work for. Make sure you work for a company that is flexible so that you're able to prioritize your child when it comes to these things. Because if you have a 2-year-old now, there are so many activities when they're younger and in primary school than when they grow up and are in secondary school. There's so many things you need to get involved in, and your children will be so happy and so excited that, you know, mommy is coming, daddy's coming to watch me, right? You have to be there. You have to be there. Work doesn't come before your family first over everything, right? So yeah, these are the areas that I had to think about, and I had to sort of work to manage those sort of things that could come up. What else could I talk about? Oh yeah, so you said from the time he was 2, right? So that's how we managed his school, breakfast club, after school clubs, childminders, right? And having friends, mommy friends to help you whenever you're not able to meet up these things. Now, when you got to a certain point, I think when he was in year 5, he could walk home and he could walk to school. So we did that as well. So he would walk to school, and most times though I would still walk him with the dog. But that time, work from home was like as and when, right? So there wasn't that much impact, and I didn't have to pay for childcare anymore. So I'm able to save. So the younger they are, the more money that you have to invest in childcare and on all these things. But as they grow up, then you get to save more money. But for me, the money that I save from not paying childcare, I use it to pay for home lessons. You know, a lot of people could probably relate, and a lot of you that follow me are Nigerians as well. Nigerian African parents, we don't play with home lessons, right? So I use that, whatever I'm saving, towards his home lessons, his home tutors. So he can walk to school or walk back home. And now that I mainly work from home, I hardly go into the office. So he walks to school and walks back home. If it's too cold, if it's raining, I'll drop him off and pick him up, obviously. So I like the ability to work from home because I can also better prioritize my being a parent, right? So it's been easier now that he's much grown up and he's more independent. But yes, that's it. I hope that helps to sort of set your expectations on when you finally become a business analyst. Don't worry, a lot of organizations now allow you to work from home at least 2 to 3 times a week, if not 100%, right? So see how you can manage that with your childcare and your parental responsibilities. And yeah, if you set your mind to it, you can You can't do it. Don't let being a parent hold you back. Don't let the cost of childcare hold you back. Right? Now, that's another thing. Don't let the cost of childcare. You need to sit down, do your budgeting, prioritize again. You want to go to work, yes, to earn good money. So you need to, as a parent, you just need to find a way, right? You need to prioritize budgets and find ways to pay towards those childcare things. And it's not forever. It's not forever. You get to a point of balance. But yeah, I hope this has helped all the parents out there that are looking to work full time. You can totally do it. When I had to do it, not like I'm still not still doing it, but like I had other side hustles that I was managing at the same time. I was a yoga teacher, so I'm a qualified and certified yoga teacher. So I would teach yoga on Saturdays. I'm also a hula hoop dance teacher. I'll carry my son. He will hold the hula hoops and we go for the classes. He watches or he joins the yoga classes. He comes with me or he joins, right? And there was a time too that I made soaps, right, body butters, those things, and I'll go to these little markets to sell them. He comes with me on the weekends. We're busy, we have exciting things to do, right? Even this lampshade here, I made a lot of lampshades. I started a business during the pandemic selling these lampshades, Ankara aprons, Ankara cushions, and other things, right? So I find the time. If you know your why and you know your priorities, you're able to set time and allocate time to them. Try to, priority first and then time management, and look at how you can be more productive in all these areas of things that you want to do. So it's not just about being a parent, it's not just about working. Find time for your hobbies, find time for things that you love doing, right? If you have to take your child along, take them. They're excited to follow you. My child, when he was younger, now he's older, so it's difficult to even get a hug these days. But like when he was younger, follow me everywhere. It made it more exciting. And because I know he's with me, I feel more relaxed and at ease because like my child is with me and I'm still able to do all my little side hustles. But yeah, I hope that has helped again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking the question, because it really will help other parents as well that are worried about starting to work, because it's not the first time I've been asked this question. But yeah, so that's it. My chit chat, my rant is finished. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in other videos. Peace.